Kitchener-Waterloo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Acting Premier. In the last fiscal year, the government forced Ontario's electricity consumers to pay $956 million in debt retirement charges on their electricity bills. These charges were supposed to pay down the residual stranded debt left over from the old Ontario Hydro. But instead, last week we found that these charges paid down only $400 million of the residual stranded debt. What did the government do with the remaining $556 million?
Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance.
So, Mr. Speaker, as the member opposite may know, there is stranded debt. That's the legacy debt that was left over from the dismantling of the old Ontario Hydro. And that Conservative legacy left $20 billion in stranded debt. We've been paying that down regularly over time, and it will continue even still, Mr. Speaker. Notwithstanding that, we've taken amount from the IPO that's being applied to the residual stranded debt. The other components of it goes to actually pay direct debt from the OEFC, and we will continue to do that as we must and as we will. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Again to the Acting Premier. Mr. Peter Cormos would have said horse feathers to that, Mr. Speaker. Rather than be upfront with Ontarians, this government is rewriting the laws just so that it can play accounting games. First, they changed the law so that they can give IOUs instead of cash to the Ontario Electricity Financial Corporation to pay the hydro debt. Then they rewrote the law so that they can put $2.2 billion in non-cash benefits into the Trillium Trust, so-called benefits that don't provide a single penny in actual spendable cash for infrastructure. Finally, they rewrote the law so that they continue collecting $600 million a year in debt retirement charges without putting it towards debt. Instead of rewriting laws and playing accounting games, why won't the government just admit that the Hydro One sell-off has nothing to do with infrastructure or debt repayment? Why is the Liberal government taking money from the electricity ratepayers to play accounting games with its books for political purposes?
So it's interesting, Mr. Speaker, the member opposite now does not cite the FAO and his explanation of residual stranded debt and the stranded debt. He very clearly outlines that the government of Ontario has been paying it down, that there is great degree of uncertainty as to what will happen next. We have applied all of those debt retirement charges directly to residual stranded debt, and that's what's happening, Mr. Speaker. It has been going down. And as a result of what we've done more recently, we've been able to garner even more opportunity to pay down debt. We've paid down debt by another $1 billion. So we will continue to apply debt to the OEFC, and the component of stranded debt that is required will continue to go down for the sources that we are applying. But we are very, very clear that the debt retirement charge for residential will be eliminated by the end of this year, and we're eliminating it for all industrial and businesses as well by April of 2018, 9 months ahead of schedule, so that they have certainty and further reductions in their costs overall.
Thank you.